Nah. This is gonna be a problem.
There's a there's a sound.
Yes,
Oh,
my my laptop screen is not showing. Is the one on the phone that is showing, but the voice is interfering. Oh, so if I shut it now, I may not. Um, Facially, I will not be available on YouTube. But I guess I have to do that. I have to shut it down. I'm not sure if Mr. T. I don't know what's the joke. We have to start now. Are you ready? Okay. Let me just to end it. Mr. T is around. It says device not connected. Please let me tell Mr. T. It says they will need to connect their mic stroke cam before you can add them to the stream. That's for Mr. T. You need to open his microphone and camera. But you did it the other time. There was no problem. I have to start. Let me see. Let me just go. Okay. Is it fair? Is the Facebook on?
Sir?
Put the Facebook on.
Okay.
Mm. Unless you has gone off. Uh, okay, we start. But it's great. We get there. Ooh. Good morning. I don't want the first thing we say will be we apologize for keeping you waiting. Good morning. Welcome to the Vintage Talk Show with the FAJ. Wherever you're listening to us or watching us, Facebook, YouTube, uh, wherever. Thank you for joining us this lovely April morning. Hopefully, if I get my friends around and my co-anchors, we'll be able to talk about point blank issues affecting and afflicting us. We should be able to get that done. And then we'll have talking points and a special tribute today to a great individual. Um, well, I'll let the cat out of the bag shortly. And then we have the entertainment. I mean, the status, the entertainment news, um, global trends, and of course, newspaper headline reviews. We're going to start shortly. Well, let's ask our ancestors. What do they have for us this morning? I quote. It said, "Do not look where you fare, look where you sleep." No, it makes sense. Don't just look at the place. and the location of your downfall. Look at the causes, like cause and effect, the causes, and the antecedents, the problems around that issue. What has prompted your fall or your reversal or your failure? You know, it's part of life. There's no successful man who has not undergone some kind of failure whatsoever, because it's a building blocks failure, building blocks for successful lifetime. So look at where you fall, not where you sleep. So we always try to do on the Vintage Talk Show. We look at where we are falling every time in Nigeria. That's why we speak truth to power and shine lights on dark spots. Always looking at where we are falling, so that when we are sleeping, there are so many banana peels in the Nigerian space, so we need it. We need to be cautious and indeed hold our leaders by the jugular. They must do what they have. How will I say what they have selected themselves to do. Well, I'm not alone here. The other people are trying to get in to get into the studio. Uh, one is already in the studio. Um, well, I'm your host. My name is Femi Akintunde-Johnson. My friends call me Fad. And I have as my co-host uh, our analyst, the double the analyst, is here this morning. Good morning, Alex Ogundaribe.
Good morning, sirs. Good morning, Lagos. I must say it's a great day, and I'm glad to be on Top Radio 90.9 this morning. And I dare say we're going to have a great time together.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Alex. Mr. T is trying to get into the studio. We'll welcome him when he comes. And with us also is the dark and lovely. Today is this. You need to see her. Maybe you see her on the Facebook page. You can see the full length, the regal African print, lovely looking, dashing. Even okay. Let me just rest. Good morning, AC Fair Arogudare.
Good morning to everybody. Welcome to a new month, a new day. Welcome to Vintage Talk Show. Enjoy with us. Be blessed today.
Amen. Yes, that was a C fair for you. Okay, let's go on to business. Are you ready for us for entertainment gist? So,
Yes, I am always ready.
okay, always ready, ever ready, C fair. Let's shoot.
Burna Boy, Rema win at 2024 IAT Radio Music Awards. Burna Boy has finally put an end to his poor run at award ceremonies by winning the Best African Music Artist at the 2024 IAT Radio Music Awards in the United States. The award ceremony took place on Monday, 1st of April 2024, and was hosted by rapper Ludacris and aired live on Fox TV. Another Nigerian singer, Rema, won the Best Collaboration of the Year for his song "Calm Down" featuring Selena Gomez. With these wins, Burna Boy and Rema now join Wizkid and Tems as the only Nigerian artists to have received IAS Radio Music Awards. Prior to this success, Burna Boy had experienced a series of disappointments, including missing out on 7 nominations at the 2023 BET Hip Hop Awards, 4 nominations at the 2024 Grammys, and 6 nominations at the 2024 NAACP Image Awards. Additionally, he lost the title of Best International Artist of the Year at the 2024 Brit Awards.
Nigeria people, see they are counting, they are counting, they are counting all the
What
misses.
issues?
Yeah.
Nigeria, I was going to say Nigeria, which is monitoring his program. But
The
we
other
thank
day,
God.
when he missed awards, they listed the ones he missed.
And then what imagine in one word they listed about 20 that he missed.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, what's
But
important is
but
that
it's
when they try,
interesting.
yeah,
It's interesting that Rema is still winning awards from Calm Down that was
from that
released
calm
last
down.
year. Yeah.
Is it not 2020, 2022 or so, or 20, early 23 or late 22? I
I
can't
think it's
remember.
last year.
Last year,
Oh,
yes.
it wasn't last year?
Yes.
Because at the beginning of last year or
Mm.
thereabout, Obama listed it on his playlist.
Mm.
Annually Obama brings out his playlist, and Calm Down was on his 2023 list.
Mm.
So it must have
Mm.
been late 2020, 22 rather.
Mm.
Anyway,
Okay.
that's good for him. And
Congrats,
congratulations,
congrats,
Bona.
congrats.
When there is
Yeah.
life, there
Mm.
is more nomination. Don't worry. Go on, please.
Tiwa Savage shoots down rumors of not supporting female artists. Tiwa Savage has finally addressed the rumors that she doesn't support her female colleagues. Addressing this via Instagram accounts, Tiwa Savage responded to a fan who said she has collaborated with more female artists. She wrote, "But they always want to say Tiwa Savage does not like or support female artists. Please, who has more female collaborations? And there are so many more not even listed here. And they also money on my mind." Tiwa Savage recently teased a collaboration with Simi titled Men Are Crazy. She has previously collaborated with other female artists such as Wade, Ira Star, Efaya, Amari, and Becca.
Well, short of listing all the people that she had collaborated with,
Collaborated.
I don't think the woman should worry about what people say. If you do the right thing and people say you do the wrong thing, just work on. The people that you are doing it with and God, they see you. So forget about idle talk and all that. I mean, if somebody doesn't want to help people, well, are you going to beat him to helping them? You know, it's a free world.
Good to be back home alive. Opeyemi Ayeola. Opeyemi Ayeola, a Nollywood actress, recently expressed gratitude after undergoing an emergency surgery. She took to her Instagram account to disclose details about the procedure. The actress revealed that her recent holiday trip unexpectedly led to a successful surgery, requiring her to spend her holiday recuperating. Opeyemi Ayeola wrote, "I have every reason to be grateful to my Jehovah for his mercy and love. My usual working holiday in Nigeria ended with an unplanned and successful emergency surgery, forcing me to spend my holiday recovering. I can't thank my wonderful medical team, family, and friends enough for their support, care, and love. It feels good to be back home alive and recuperating well. To everyone who noticed my absence on social media and checked up on me, thank you very much.
Hmm.
Welcome back
So
into my
so
life."
Nigeria is the holiday spot. He- she lives abroad Abi. If I get the story right,
Yes,
it
yes,
appears that she comes to holiday in Nigeria.
yes.
Oh, I like that switch. Oh. Alex, wouldn't it be a nice one? We come on holiday in Nigeria. You come on a vacation in Nigeria, then you do your very technical and very incisive medical procedure, and then you go back to your house. It's a nice way to live. Um,
Yeah, it
but
is. It is.
she's been out of the screen for so long, so
Yes.
long. She's a very good actress,
Mm.
especially the Yoruba version.
Mm.
I haven't seen her much in English
Mm.
and all that, but
Well, it's great to hear that she's hale and hearty after all that.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. After all that, yeah.
Actually.
Okay.
Duncan Mighty now focus on education. Duncan Mighty, a renowned Nigerian musician, recently revealed that his decision to take a break from music in pursuit of education was not a difficult one. He disclosed that he already holds a Master of Science degree in acoustics from Freiburg University, Germany. The Port Harcourt Fort Sound crooner also asserted that he is not just relying on his musical talents, as he has set his sights on acquiring a doctorate of philosophy degree. According to Duncan Mighty, his decision to pursue further education was motivated by the belief that education is a lifelong asset. He cautioned against relying solely on talent and pointed out the competitive nature of the recording business.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's a good advice for Duncan Mighty. He wants to pursue his PhD. He also should not completely ignore while pursuing his music. He can do small job, abi, do
Yes, so.
production for young people and all that. You know, before you know it, if you don't practice, you
Mm.
lose touch,
Mm.
and then you'll be doing sakara when people are playing hip hop, and before you know it, you lose mileage. Okay.
April Fool. Davido debunks arrest rumors. Davido has refuted rumors alleging that he was arrested while on a music tour in East Africa on Monday, 1st April 2024. The singer stated that it was important for him to respond to the rumors that circulated on various online sources on 1st of April as he received numerous calls from fans and well-wishers concerned about his safety. The family stated that throughout his career, he has never been arrested by anyone in any country for any crime. Reports emerged from various online sources claiming that the singer was arrested in East Africa. Davido, in a statement, confirmed that he was not arrested and that contrary to the reports, he had a successful tour in Kenya and Uganda and has since returned to Nigeria. He also vowed to take legal action against those responsible for fabricating the rumors, regardless of the context of April Fool's Day drama.
Well, good luck to you on that. Um, I think it's just laugh over it. They are not arrested, so let them say something. I mean,
Mm,
you see. Well, the older people they will say there is no bad, there is no wasted publicity, bad or good.
mm,
You get some kind of publicity, especially when you haven't done what they claim you have done.
mm.
You know, and it's not that tarnishing, but you can insist and effect. I mean damage
But
or whatever, let damage for all that.
is isn't it
Well, good luck.
always good to refute when false information goes out?
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I mean, I believe in the spirit of the April Fool or April Foolery, so to
Yes,
speak.
yes.
I mean, Alex, you must be embarrassed. Punch was caught in the web of Alibaba. How can Alibaba say he had
in fact,
treatment on,
it was a serious
on
thing.
April 1st from coming from an Alibaba, and then you put it in the. I mean, somebody was asking,
They
is this
should
the real
suspect.
end? You know, they should have. They should have suspected that Alibaba. Immediately I saw it, my wife said, "Ah, this can't be true. It's Alibaba that is writing
No,
this
I was
video."
thinking that it was actually true.
Which true? Which true? Which true? The woman is 55. Alibaba has like maybe like 8 or 9. How many children? I can't remember the number. You know, and then it will happen now and now on April 1st, April Fool's Day, and you two you now run gree. Big my newspaper so ah Yoruba will say ojú gbà mí tì for them. You know, I suspect the reporter is at home now, twisting his hands from suspension because punch does not punch has no no crap. Oh. Ah,
Yeah,
that was
and then
that
of
was
course there's the ongoing trouble with Mercy Chinwo and some online people.
that was
In
scary.
fact,
Those of
that
us
was
who know,
scandalous.
that was nasty. They're very nasty. You know, um, I don't want to get into that one. It's this social media. Okay, let's continue. We shall see where it will take us to. Okay, do we still have more?
Yes, one
Okay,
more. I'm not gay. Charlie Boy clarifies.
Charlie.
Charles Okuta, also known as Charlie Boy, has recently addressed the controversy about his sexuality in a recent interview. He stated, I have a feminine side I called Linda, and I remember when I was doing the Charlie Boy show, I had this character I always played called Miss Ziggy Ziggy. I picked that up when I was in the United States. So I have my feminine ways, and sometimes you can get confused if you really don't know who I am. A lot of people have said I am gay. I could be, but I am not. Because if I was gay, I'll be carrying my placards going around and fighting for gay rights.
Egbo, bros. Did
Charles.
you hear that shit also? Ẹja wọn nínú àpọ̀n tí ó yọ. Hello. Charlie has been Charlie Boy has been flaunting this shit since I was a reporter 40 years ago. Is
Yeah,
this saying
he loves
whether you carry
publicity a
placard?
lot.
No, whether you carry placard or not, is your headache. Whether you are gay or not, is your headache.
Charles likes to be in the news. He loves it,
Yes, something
enjoys it.
contrary,
So,
something,
uh,
something, something to jar himself
and he
to
likes the
shock people.
wahala. He likes the wahala kind of news.
Yes, now. I mean, somebody that's called area father. You know, a grandfather that is called area father. You know that that's a problem there. Well, good for him. What do you call it? There's a caveat. He says he's not gay, so we take it like that, or else we'll be carrying placard and all the. Although I don't see many of them carrying placard anyway, but good for him. Enjoy your straightness. He doesn't even look straight there. He's not earring, nose ring. That's not normal. But that's Charlie Boy for you. It is. He's not a normal person from time. So,
Yeah, and he's a
but
grandfather.
on many times, thank God that he says he's not gay. He's not gay. Welcome to to the world. Okay, let's take a break. I'll be back shortly. Well, me and you says 10. We'll be back shortly with the global trends. Alex is prepping for us. 10 says me and you. Well, in English, proper English, you should say you and I. It can be you and or you and me if you must put it in a
Yeah,
object.
you and I sounds better.
Me and you, village girl. Well, Mr. T is having serious problem getting in.
Okay, could it be the network? Because it was very easy from where I am.
But quite easy, yes. He said he kept on rejecting him because I think he used laptop. That one was claiming that he didn't give permission for his microphone and cam. But he said he has been trying, trying, trying.
Oh dear.
Okay,
One can
Alex.
use this for training.
What did he say?
I said one can use this for training.
Oh yes, it's lovely. His voice is very clear. Pictures and it's showing on YouTube as it is. If I log in into the paid platform, I can do like three platforms: YouTube, IG, Facebook simultaneously.
Amazing.
It's quite nice, very nice. Well, in 60 seconds, I'm coming back to you, Alex. Get ready.
Okay, I'm ready. I have global trends ready.
Only you and only you and me.
Hello? What's happening?
Well, we're back. We're back, and Alex is ready for global trends. Alex, over to you.
Yeah, good morning once again, and we're on to global trends. The first story we have is from the Middle East, and the headline says Israel opens aid routes at Biden's urging. Israel has agreed to increase aid deliveries into Gaza, allowing the use of the port of Ashdod and reopening the Erez crossing in northern Gaza that has been closed since the start of the war that followed the deadly Hamas attack on the 7th of October. US
Hmm.
President Joe Biden said he was outraged and heartbroken by Israel's killing of 7 aid workers in Gaza. Thursday's call with Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu reflected a significant shift in the country's position, says State Department correspondent Tom Bateman. The US is saying there is a limit to the support it will give Israel, he writes.
Amen. Amen to that. Thank God they are getting nauseated at long last.
But don't you think it's just politics with the election coming?
Well, I think it was whatever it is, people will survive more, and there's not a likelihood of some kind of ceasefire showing up. So to have the
Yeah,
passage where people can have access to survival kits and all that is a great
yeah,
win anytime, irrespective of its instigation. You know, so it's
yeah.
okay. It's okay.
All right. Next, we're going to the United Kingdom. And in UK politics, we have a senior Conservative Party politician, William Ragg, who has admitted to having shared the personal numbers of fellow politicians with a dating app contact with whom he had exchanged intimate images. My Lord.
Well,
I'm sure intimate images is putting it lightly.
I have no
Uh,
comment. I have no comment for that man.
that's a serious scandal for the conservatives.
Wow, William Ragg. William Ragg. Hmm. Well, okay, let's move on.
All right, next we're going to Australia, and it says the Seven Network scandal. Seven is a TV network. Australia's most watched TV channel has denied accusations that it paid for sex workers and illicit drugs to secure an interview with an alleged rapist.
Hmm. Hmm.
Uh, it's
Well,
amazing the extent that journalists will go to get a story.
as they say all over the world, sex sells. It's
Yeah.
well, I'm sure they will deny it. It's how to prove it that is the problem now. Hmm. Okay, let's move
All
on.
right, now we're going to Argentina, and it says Danji alert. Argentina is facing an insect repellent shortage as the country prepares for its worst ever season of the mosquito linked disease.
We- Nigeria will have vanished this now. Our own from mosquitoes, they are even designing music for us.
You would
They have been
think by
looking for
now
mosquitoes.
we would have gotten over things like this.
Wow, wow, wow. Well, we wish them all the best. Yeah.
Mm.
But for here, mosquito can't do anything, can't kill us. We'll be there together. Okay.
All right, next, we're back in the UK, and the headline is a question: asthma cure? In other words, is there now a cure for asthma? UK scientists are focusing on preventing damage to cells lining the airways as part of a new potential treatment for the asthma ailment.
That would be fantastic. That would be,
Yeah.
it's a slow
Uh,
killer. and
It's, in
suddenly you have
fact,
an attack. Gone.
I know people who have died from it.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, such
Just
a
look at.
terrible thing.
Okay.
Okay, we're back in the United States with the next story. It
Okay.
says New York City quakes. New York City
Yeah.
quakes. I imagine we're talking about an earthquake. A
Yeah.
rare 4.8 magnitude earthquake struck New Jersey and New York City yesterday, but authorities say that no life-threatening incident has been reported. Footage captured the Statue of Liberty shivering. Oh,
Imagine.
that's
Imagine
not a
the
good
lady.
image.
The lady became afraid. Imagine. Imagine. Wow. Wow.
An
Every time that
earthquake in a
mm,
city like New York with all
New
those
York,
high-rise buildings.
imagine. Imagine.
It's
You know,
it's, it's, it's a serious scare.
you can imagine the fear and the confusion and everything and commotion in the
Yeah,
city.
we remember faintly what happened in 9/11 when the Twin
Mm,
Towers were attacked.
mm. Okay.
All right, now we're going to France. It says French bouts. A 15-year-old boy has died after having been beaten by a group of youths near Paris, renewing concerns over levels of violence in French schools.
Mm, mm. It's all over the world. The children getting into calls and all that
Yeah, and you
coming
still have a
gangs
lot of bullying going on
going
in
on
many
all over.
institutions.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad.
Yeah.
Well, the authorities have
Then
to.
the next story says starving McDonald.
Yeah.
McDonald's will buy back all of its Israeli restaurants after sales suffered from a boycott of the brand over its perceived support for Israel.
Mm, mm,
You know, in the US and the UK, they know how to put sanctions on
yeah.
organizations when
Mm,
they are doing things that people don't like.
mm.
They
Now
just stop buying.
this means this chain of restaurants they are within the Israeli environment. So that means Israelis are the one boycotting.
Yeah, and you know, they are franchises. That's why there's a buyback. It's not as if
Mm,
McDonald's group owns them. McDonald's is
no.
now buying them back from the franchisees.
Mhm. Because people have refused to go and eat there in
Yeah, and they're out of business.
in protest against that. That's kind of activism we should have in Nigeria. You know.
Yeah, I mean, we need to be more organized so that when an organization or an institution misbehaves, there's a legitimate way of punishing them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, we're
So we
moving
still
on.
have two more.
We
Yes,
have
and we thought,
two more. Two more.
yeah.
Spectacle of a century. It says on Monday, millions of people across Mexico, the US, and Canada will see the first total solar eclipse to cross the North American continent in more than 100 years. The
Mm,
2017 eclipse was confined to the US, but this one is going to cross three
yeah,
major countries. Yeah,
yeah.
amazing. And continents. So the rare phenomenon will carve a narrow path of darkness eastwards from ocean to ocean across the
Mm,
three countries.
mm. That would be nice.
An
That would be nice to
eclipse.
watch.
Have you
Yeah,
ever witnessed an eclipse?
I did. I did. Many years ago, I think it was even in either Lagos or Abeokuta. I can't remember. In
Uh,
the 70s, late 70s or so.
I think I
I think I did.
witnessed one in the late 70s too.
Mm, I believe
I
so.
remember our geography teacher telling us to put a bucket of water outside
Water,
so that
yes,
we could
yes.
see clearly.
that's that's what we used. We didn't have goggles We look into the water. They said we should not look at it though. Our eyes we will go blind though. And all that.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I think we did. Okay, last. I think we have one
All right,
more,
the
right?
last one, back to Israel, and it talks about internal divisions. Israel's National Security Minister, Itamar Ben-Gvir, says the sacking of two officers was a grave mistake that conveys weakness, while a senior majority MP said he disagreed with the cabinet's decision to open new aid routes to Gaza. So the Israeli parliament is divided over how
Yeah.
to resolve this issue.
There should be no contest, no agitation against hospitality or help for those who are in dire need uh, during this kind of war or infractions going on. I don't think they should not throw this hardline thing. Let there be peace. I mean, let there be peace.
Uh,
Let's go to
well, you know
peace.
how the cabinet in Israel is. You
They
have
have
the
more
do's
hawks
and
than yeah, more hawks than doves. It's not right. It's not right.
yeah.
Okay, thank you, Alex. That's the end of our global trends. We take another music break and come back. Bonner Boy says, "Come on, person." Supply you. We are going to showed up. Oh, lovely beats. Sorry, you can't hear it. Beautiful music.
Yeah, uh, copyright issues.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can you let me check up on Bosun? I was in. Should have been in 14 minutes ago.
Did Bosun come for the test run?
Alex, are you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I didn't see your face. That's what I was wondering.
I was doing something here. How does this appear on Facebook and
It appears on YouTube.
okay.
It's streaming live on YouTube.
If I type a message here and send it to you, would they see the message?
It will not show. No, it won't show.
Okay. I think this is a viable
We're back.
thing.
That was "Come On Person" by Burna Boy, the one that Lucifer said had missed about 17 or 18 nominations in the last 1 year. That was a lovely music. Now we go on to newspaper headline review. Alex, you're still with me.
I'm here live and direct.
Okay, let's start with the Punch. The Punch, by the way, you can join us from home, wherever you are listening to us, chip into some of the headlines if you join about. The number to call is 09136973485. Number is 09136973485. Hopefully, we'll have more commentators join us this morning. We'll start with the Punch, Saturday Punch. It says, the lead says, marketers blame supply hitch as fuel queues resurface in Lagos, Ogun. Yeah, I saw a small, a short queue along my way to the studio. I'm sure by the time we get out, it will be much longer. Black marketers make brisk business amid queues. NMPC says Apapa depot empty. Why? Queues will ease off before Salah break next week, says MENAN and IPMAN. That's the Independent Petroleum Marketers Union. Um, Please, we don't want all those annual stress, queuing and wasting time in the fuel station, fighting over crumbs. Uh,
But we have different stories going round about the queues.
mm,
The one of unofficial version says that the price is about to go down, and therefore the marketers are creating artificial scarcity so that they can still sell at the price that they had before. I don't know
well,
how true that is.
except except they have an insider detail about the time that will take off, because that will be counterproductive. If it is a public knowledge of when the price will go down, all you have to do is just buy small fuel and wait it out. Whenever they are tired, they will open the gates. You know, because Dangote will soon. I understand by May, Dangote will be loading out the PMS, and he's already
Yeah,
dishing out the diesel and fuel
thank
jet
God
fuel.
for Dangote. The price of diesel has crashed.
I heard
Um,
so.
yeah, and you see, people, transporters who are using it, at least there's a transporter I use occasionally. Um, he has now brought his fare down.
Wow, I can't
I
believe
was amazed.
we get to that when we talk about the at the point blank. But let me use the moment to to pause and welcome our senior
Mr.
citizen
T,
who has been battling with his
Oh
over
my
40.
God.
Wow,
Mr.
Fudge,
wow.
T.
no, almost an hour. Wow.
About now, yes. About
I
now. This
can't
is
believe this.
you've been working at it
StreamYard,
about 6:45.
yeah,
It's an
StreamYard
hour.
refused to show me.
Wow.
Welcome
Wow.
on board, sir.
Thank you, Alex. Good morning. Good morning, Faj. Good morning, Alex.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Oh
Good morning.
boy. Well,
I know how it is. We're sorry about that. Like you
it's
always
okay,
say,
Faj.
these things have a mind of their own.
Have a
You
mind of
know,
their own.
just show me there. You're welcome. We're on newspaper headline
Thank
reviews.
you.
Uh,
Okay, okay.
this is still the Punch, and it says, "My old friend is on the cover." Partially, he says, "Infertility not reason for my decision not to have children." That means, he will be in his 70s now, and
Yeah.
Bashiru
that,
Ali,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that
this man
man.
was going to knock me off the night shifts in the early 90s, because I wrote something about him in the Punch, and he was going to punch the daylight out of me. He had to help me begging at the nightclub. you know it was I put it in my book. I think if he reads it, he would try to beat me again, but but now he's 77. He has lost the most of his power. I can fight him now. He should not
He's
try
an
me.
old man now.
Oh,
Gone are those days when he was boasting to be the
so he was,
oldest heavyweight boxer in the
yes,
world.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
The oldest.
He pursued that dream till nobody gave him the championship opportunity. It was so sad. It was so sad. I think I
Did
think
you take him serious?
I didn't take him. Yeah, yeah. Um, how will they take it serious? You go at nightclub to go and fight journalists. Is it because they don't know something about you? You have to punch them. Not that you want
With
to see
that
them to cause.
flappy belly.
You know, then he was a little bit fit. So he looked quite bulky that time. With bulging muscles and all that. And me too. I was an ex boxer. I was a ah ah. But, but Lagos boy that we should do shakarana But
Faj,
we should
Faj,
do
do you still have pictures of your boxing days?
no. I practice as a how will I call it? As a trance. I will run from house. I think somewhere in Saleko or something. I can't remember. I did like once or twice, and I didn't go again. Then I changed to Taekwondo. Then I changed to
I,
Judo. And, you know, I kept on
it
changing.
must have been
Anywhere they
Ajele,
push me too much,
Ajele area.
I changed the sports. You know. Oh man. Uh, let's move on to the Sun this Saturday. It leads with a screaming headline, a two-word headline, massive. FG under fire. Was talking
Mm.
about the electricity tariff hike. It says opposition lawmakers, OPS, that's organized private sector, and
Mm-hmm.
Southern Middle Belt groups say action insensitive, exploitative. And NLC says we are consulting, we'll take action soon. I think the government wants to. Another headline, they say they want to move everybody to band A tariff. Band A,
Hey,
they get 24-hour light. I never say this government, it has caused some score. I don't understand what they're
one
doing.
one of the
Ah,
problems we have is the government is making money from
Mm.
power generation and distribution. They're taking money. The process is this: the discos buy electricity from the gencos through the NERC. There's a process. So they're taking money off the top and they're making so much money from it. And government has refused to take their hands off even distribution. They're still involved in distribution. People think it's
mm,
only transmission, but they're
mm,
doing generation, they're doing distribution. You have a company like the Niger Delta Power Holding Company that is a
Mm.
very big and powerful company, based in the South. And they
Mm.
control a lot of generation and distribution of power. So that's why you see the hike. They're making so much money from it.
but like for instance, the headline in this day, just to give context to the screaming headline of the Saturday Sun, the headline on Saturday these days says tariff hike. Federal government hints of plan to move all electricity consumers to band A in 3 years. You know, they have band A, B, C, D.
Mm-hmm.
You know, pay different amount because of the hours they are exposed to. Band A,
Yeah.
they get almost 24 hours.
Yeah,
Band
you
B,
know,
are
they
they
are
hours and
dedicated
all that?
electrical lines. They are dedicated
Yeah.
lines in many parts of the country.
Can
So they are
I
saying
can
they're
I
going to
can I bust
give
that
us
bubble?
24-hour light, 24-hour
Yeah,
light in 3 years. Is that what they're
eh,
saying?
exactly, Fudge. Can I bust your bubble? I need us to ask those who have been long on the band A to tell us how many hours they give
They
them
get
light in one day.
wow.
As I speak, some areas on band A, I'm expected to be on band A, and we've not
Hmm.
had light for going 3 days. So I'm
You have
asking
banded
questions. This
well.
money that government is taking off these distributors and stuff, what are they using the money for? Every day the grid is dropping. They say it is falling. The grid has fallen somewhere in Otoko, another grid has fallen somewhere. It's not it's not transparent. So I would just say that we I don't want to use the word scam, and I don't want to use the word 419, but it seems people have been scammed to a degree for me. So if people are
Even those
saying that, look, this time I don't even want to be on any band, just give me light. Do you know the impact of what was happening to the manufacturing industries now?
Yeah.
It's
even our
horrible.
children, for the
People can't
even
even
for
people
they need
producing water. They can't even
yeah,
produce water anymore. Biscuit manufacturers can't even make that anymore. Bread, it's awesome and so worrying too.
I
Well,
think
imagine
for it to
imagine
work,
in schools,
government
in
needs
training
to take their
offices and
hands
all
off.
that. Yeah, sorry about that. Somebody was telling me, is it that in the church there was someone saying they use diesel every month they pay about 48 million. 48 million. That's a church environment that they don't do services every day.
church.
Maybe 2 or 3 times a week. They
They
spend
need to
48
go
million
solar.
on
Solar
diesel.
is solar is where I'm going next.
Solar.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me give you some of the kickers under that headline from this day. It says government to gradually withdraw subsidies set to save $1.4 trillion in 2024. It's all about money today. NERC, the government
That's the
agency you
agency.
mentioned, Alex,
Yeah.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
NERC fines Abuja Disco 200 million naira for violation of order on billing. Apparently, they are still doing estimated billing. Instructs power
Mm-hmm.
distributor to refund affected customers. Eco Disco moves to reimburse customers wrongly billed. Please let them move to Ikeja Disco too. Northern Elders, Northern Elders Atiku and Ajaero fault tariff hike. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
In this time and this age, they still want to hike tariff. They say they are subsidizing it. They want to
You
say
you
save
know
more.
why estimated billing may continue.
Hmm.
The discos are making a lot of money from estimated billing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I discovered it when we started using a meter. That was way back. That was about a year ago or more, right? Now,
Okay.
they used to bring a bill of around 5,000 naira. But when we started using the meter, we realized we were not using half of 5,000 naira in a month.
Hmm.
So
Exactly.
I was now wondering, how did these people arrive at their bills? And what are they doing to, arrive at the approximation when they say you have an estimated bill?
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's a scam, like Mr. T said earlier. I'm saying it plainly. I won't. It's a scam.
It is. It is.
Well,
You know what worries me sometimes when I sit in my silent times. People have actually want me not to do this. I do it sometimes, and I reflect. 70% of what I reflect over are the slappings the government has had on my youth growing days. The things I went through, and we're still going through NEPA issues. In fact, NEPA has come to stay. Who wants to know the other names they call it these days? It's that, yeah. There's something psychological about it. But when are we going to get out of it? Is my problem. It's just huge, huge.
Mr. T, the honest truth is, the government needs to withdraw, because you have a lot of fat cats in government positions who are scooping up a lot of money from this process. Maybe one day when we have the time, we'll dedicate our discussion to electricity. You'll be amazed at what's going on.
We'll come back on point bank to some of these issues we're discussing now. So let's quickly move on to what Guardian says. It's a kind of prelude to our discussion later, time permitting. It says Naira appreciation. They did some kind of survey or some kind of special report. It says Naira appreciation. Don't expect reduction in price of commodities now. Experts warn Nigerians. So with our Naira supposedly appreciating,
it's not automatic.
We have been advised
a CBN analyst actually broke it down for me. One man he's not in CBN now, but he worked there for many years. He told me that even if the Naira crashes to the lowest, the dollar crashes to the lowest level against the Naira, that what about the people who have bought commodities? They've imported a lot with the old price.
On the old price, yeah.
Will they reduce the price of products immediately? It can't happen.
Yeah.
My brother, Nigerians that buy products at cheaper price, and then there's a general increase elsewhere. They don't sell at the old price of reduction. No talk about when they buy it at the high price. They will never do that. And that's where we are. That's where we are. Let's take the last cover.
Yeah.
Let's take the last cover. We come back to that.
All right.
Saturday Telegraph says federal government student loan faces obstacles. Federal government student loan faces obstacles. Also says we want grants for students, not loans.
That's it. Government doesn't want to subsidize anything. Only pilgrimages. They are subsidizing
only pilgrimages. I don't want to get involved in religion, but our government, fella would say, is upside down thinking. Say we were not consulted. Say ASUP president. Don't kick against policy, and the ex vice chancellor, or say Mimiko, and deputy speaker Kalu. It's a good development. Nigeria should let it work. It's a good one. I don't know. I don't know how you're going to be giving students grants.
Let me tell you something. I sat down to think about this thing just as I normally do, and I said to myself, the thinking was warped from the beginning. You remember there was a false start. This bill was thrown in, and they sent it back again because I think they noticed some errors. The thinking was weak. That's number one. Number two, government seemed to have been caught between making it a grant and making it a loan. The style was much later. They now explained some things. They said they will pay when it comes to accommodation, right? They will pay the landlord directly on behalf of the students. Yes, go and check it. That was what they said. And that they said that they said money for upkeep or something will be paid directly to the students. And I'm asking questions. Tuition will be paid directly to the schools. And all these things there's nothing bad in it. Foreign institutions gave us scholarships in those days. They ran the same way, but when it gets to paying for accommodation, you are going to pay directly to the landlords. It gets funny
no,
to me.
the
It's going to
logistics
be
is going to be
upside down
nightmare.
thinking.
Gentlemen, let me put you on the spot. Alex, Mr. T, what is the difference between grants and loan in the context of
Well, I
students?
think the bottom line is the grant, you don't pay it back. The loan you
Uh-huh.
do.
Uh-huh.
I thought as much. It doesn't make sense giving grants. I think they should find a way of subsidizing education. You know, though if you can't afford it, pay loan. When you finish, payment should be very stretched in such a way that it will be
Yeah.
comfortable for people to do it over a number of years. It should not
To
be punitive.
return.
The way you return the money should not be like punishment for ever going to school. It should be relaxed and stretched that you can pay it in like 20 years, 15 years, and all that.
Hmm.
But if you give grants, no, it will not only will it be abused, they are looking for how to cut down subsidies, not to talk of
Hmm.
granting. And I don't think it's I don't think ASU is right in that context. Um, People should take loan if you can't pay school fees, get a loan over a long period of years. You should be able to pay back, God willing, and you being serious minded. Gentlemen, it's a touchy issue. On that note, we'll take a break and come back
Hmm.
to point blank. If you still have anything to point at, we'll talk about these beats. Lovely songs from Whiskey, IDK. I suspect that is I don't know. Or is it I don't care? No, I think it's I
I
don't
don't care.
know. Okay, we'll be back shortly. Let's take a commercial break and listen to some music.
Wow,
Uh,
so much trouble in this country.
yeah.
Wow.
Let me. Oh, sorry. I need to do something quickly. Okay. Okay. Second.
There is a music. I've heard music. Okay. I just want to get more information about the electricity tariff. Something. Apparently, it flew over my head. So we'll discuss it shortly. Apart from the food, this so-called naira resurgence. So I want to
Mhm.
just quickly look up any information on that. How much are going to charge us now?
Um, I haven't really checked all the details.
Yeah, let me quickly check and see.
Even the reps are kicking against it.
Mm.
It's too much stress. Eh? You want to add
From
it's not as if the electricity,
68
the one that is
naira,
going, it's not as if it's regular. You know?
yeah, they're saying from 68 naira to 225 naira per kilowatt
Imagine,
hour,
imagine that's like 150% or more.
with effect from April the 1st. So have they done
Ah,
it
it
already?
has even taken. Where was I?
I'm reading from the Punch.
Yeah, 2 days ago. Why are they doing this now?
68
What they
naira
said
to
is for bigger
225.
consumers. That's the people like Mr. T. Those on the band A. That's what
Fudge,
they
sorry.
said.
No, no,
No, that's
Fudge,
what
you know
they said now.
something? No, you know
Now they want
something?
to. Yes.
Let me explain something to you. Do you know that most of us just found ourselves on different band allocations? You didn't apply for it. They
They
just
better
look
not give
at
me band A.
you, they
I didn't
look at
ask
that
them.
area and they link you. Okay,
They,
our area now is
Mr.
OPIC.
T,
No.
they do an
Our area is
assessment.
OPIC.
They do
EPIC.
an
OPIC.
assessment of your
You're band A now.
environment.
So you can't run away from that. You're band A already.
No, no, a minute. I want you to know something.
I
You
go no,
know,
I don't pick their band A. I know.
OPIC, no, OPIC was not on any band A.
So
They
how did you
moved,
fall there?
they linked, they linked it from Secretariat line. And that Secretariat line
Oh.
handles the industries and the hospitals.
Okay, we are coming with that. You make your protest when we start talking on air.
I'm not protesting about this anymore. I'm just tired. Honestly, Faj. Let's go.
Yeah, we have to protest though. You can't get away with this.
I'm just tired. I'm just tired.
Yeah,
I'm just tired.
Nigeria will
Kilode,
make you tired. They will tire your tiredness.
serious headache. You think it, oh, anyway,
Oh, gosh.
honestly. Ah, but no, I don't know. We're getting it right and yet very wrong. That's my
Wow.
conclusion. Yeah, we get things right, but in very wrong ways. Yeah, yeah.
Well, we're moving on to Point Blank. We're still on the Vintage Talk Show. I'm with Mr. T, Tokumo Ojekunle, and Mr. O, or Alex O, as I call him, Alex Ogundadibi. And of course, hiding somewhere in the background of the studio is Ife Ogundadi. We are still here, and we're still discussing Nigeria. Remember, the other day we were told that there is the prices of goods are shooting down, are going down, including
Mm,
diesel and the PMS. That was last week. That was supposed to be our concern last week until um, some other issue overtook that. But we are going back to what the analysts were saying. They said things were getting better, surprisingly. So we
mhm,
went out, we asked some people. I'll go through their comments subsequently, what they said, and some hilarious, some most of them very very blunt and all that. We check out some of them. Then we want to hear from you. Also, what are they?
mm, yeah,
Are prices going down in your area? Have you noticed such goodness and such grace? Before we hear this
mm,
about this fee, this electricity price hike, you know, and so let us know. Tell us, call us as prices of goods, food and other things like that gone down in your area. The number to call is 09136973485. 09136973485. Are you buying better food now and cheaper food? And then we'll talk about these 250% high in price for contemporaries of Mr. T on band A, and and then the governments are threatening that those of us on band B, C, and D will have to be forced into band A, like the slave trade of of, of the colonizers in the 18
oh my God.
something. They want to force us into forced labor, into band A by force or by crook in 3 years' time. And knowing Nigerian government, they will be very fast in that one. They can even do it 1.5 years. When they want to do it, they are very prompt
Well, you
and
know how it
agile.
is.
You
As
know,
long as it's revenue, if it's
as
revenue
long as money is coming
generation,
in,
they will
you
achieve
know.
it.
So, but every sector, virtually every sector of Nigeria is up in protest. NLC is
Mhm,
still thinking about it and planning and thinking. Those ones are
mhm.
always thinking and planning and all that. Then before you know it, they will say they have suspended this and that. We don't even want spike. We just want to bring the hike down. Now, 250% increase, is a development that is frightening. More,
Mm,
especially when we don't have that power. I'm sure probably in the studio we're using generator, the lights will go, they will use,
mm,
and then the diesel this has gone down. I understand that Dangote refinery has started pumping out diesel and
mhm.
fuel jet in the past this month, and that by next month we'll start having PMS. So whatever happens, we will not have, as Marcel will say, 100% reliance on foreign, I mean, importation of petroleum. That would be a
Yeah,
hurrah, and
I,
we don't know
I've
how.
been
But the
I've been
third,
asking I've been
yes, go
asking
ahead.
some analysts what happened to Port Harcourt. There have been a string of stories saying, oh, he's going through a test run. They are giving Port Harcourt diesel, sorry, they're
Mm,
giving Port Harcourt crude. They want to do a test run. Eventually, you know what happened? a member of one of the firms that are resuscitating the Port Harcourt refinery was in one of my classes. So I asked the person, what's happening to Port Harcourt? And she told me plainly, they've not finished. So what is
Oi.
all these stories in the news that they are giving them crude, they are doing test run when they haven't even finished the resuscitation? Why do they keep putting out false information?
I,
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 don't-
I,
I don't think they deliberately put out this falsehood. I think they just get misinformed. You know, somebody will in the refinery will say, now next week we are pumping, and then the spokesman goes on the air and start churning out that, and then something happens. Say, we can't make it. So maybe you remember when Marcel said the guy is always shifting post, that the GMD of NMPC is always shifting post because they are being disappointed by the people on ground. But at least Dangote, apparently it's operational, it's functioning, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you guys, since you are here now, you are listening, how have the prices of food gone down in your area? Because I know, like, Alex gets a lot of updates from Madam about the
yes.
market survey. Have those prices gone down?
Not necessarily, not really. I mean, in fact, I will shock you and say during the Ramadan fast season, they actually went up a little more, you know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
aside of the season,
Mm-hmm.
especially the products or the stuffs that they know people who are breaking their fast would like to buy, like fruits and fresh vegetables. I saw a sharp rise beyond the rise we had before during the
Mm-hmm.
Ramadan season, which incidentally, I understand, is coming to an end in a matter of days from now. So I haven't seen any adjustment in price of foodstuffs. I believe it would
Mm-hmm.
take some time. I spoke to an analyst who used to work in CBN, and he told me that generally the price of commodities, that it would take some time for them to go down. Even if the fuel price goes down now and the dollar crashes further against the naira, that we should think about people who have stocked their produce
Mm-hmm.
that they intend to
Mm-hmm.
sell, or the products with the old price. Will they now crash their price immediately? It's not very likely. Yeah.
Okay. Let me read you some of the comments from people I asked, I think on WhatsApp, and then on my Facebook page. Uh, let me read some of what they said. In Mike Liam, an award-winning producer, songwriter, and all that, he says it is all propaganda. Price
Mm.
of fuel and diesel remains the same in my side of Lagos. Food prices are yet to reduce. I doubt if it will ever come down. That was that was Mike Liam for you. Then Amos Micro is a pastor, a producer, and
Mm-hmm.
a musician. He used about three laughing emojis. That means he's laughing his head off. Then nothing changed. Still the same old song. That's Micro. Then well, you are never a former journalist. Journalist and media teacher or lecturer. Dr. Olayinka Oyegbile says, I'm just hearing all this PR stuff. However, prices are still high in my area. Oh. Then a public relations guru, Mr. Johnson Onime, wrote to me, say, okay, I just paid for everything, most especially the prices of various goods, and most especially fuel to come down. He's still in the prayer mode. That means nothing has changed in his life. Then a family friend, Mrs. Fumia Adesina, says, well, yet to notice, I pray Nigeria does not defy the law of gravity as he used to.
Yes, she got it right, Fudge.
You got it right. Then
She got it right. Nothing comes
yeah,
down.
nothing comes down. Nothing. But this
Nothing.
time it will come. Don't worry, this time it will come. It will come. Dangote will deal with them. Well, I'm praying.
Okay.
Um, Matthew Simpa, a television executive, says, and a filmmaker, he says, it's the same old song, but with a different rhythm. Nothing has changed in Abeokuta, as far as I can see. Hmm.
That sounds like
Then
a good.
my good friend, my schoolmate, Deji Adiago says, I have to laugh before I even say this. He said, Lori, wrong. Calm down.
Glory, wrong. Glory, wrong. You got it right. In fact,
Then,
Who are these Iranians? Who are they really? I mean, who are they? Are they
well,
yeah, I want to know who the Iranians are.
they are your people now. You know them.
Your people.
That are the government spokespersons. You know your people, your former friends in there who used to be journalists. They are now in the other side.
That's another case for another day. The
Another day.
impact of the media. Yes. Fudge, Alex, I'm serious. What we write, do we research on what we write? Where do we get information? Look, that's another topic. It's another thing that's on my head. And I
Yeah,
wonder how, I don't know.
we
I
had
don't
a
know
good laugh.
how.
We had a good laugh before you came in about
Okay.
the Alibaba gaff that was pushed by the mainstream media, who said that he had triplets on April Fool's Day, and they carried it joyously. Anyway, two more comments from those who we asked about if anything has changed in their area. Yinka
Mhm.
Kombi, a studio owner, musician, and business executive, says, thanks, Fad. While it is true that Naira is gaining and pump price has somewhat reduced, the price of goods have either remained the same or skyrocketed. Our people are just being heartless. Hmm, that's another aspect. That's another aspect.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know, there was a time the Yalaja had to go to the market to force them to cut down the price. How can you sell six slices of plantain at 500? No, cut it to 400. I said, yeah, six pieces, 500. If I see it in that area, it's 2,000. Six pieces,
You see,
six
that's a very expensive area, Fudge.
not really. I don't know. It's the woman that is expensive. Just the other day, he
let me
said,
let me say,
give us a
do
point. He
you,
said it's now 5. I said, don't buy it.
Another Dundee
I
area.
said, don't
do
buy
you
it. Let us
notice
go there.
something? Do you notice something? Okay.
Yes.
Do you know that in some areas you could get foodstuff a little slightly cheaper, but there are some areas you would go, right? And you'll be shocked about the prices. Areas where I want to use the
Uh,
Sunday markets are
mhm.
around those areas, this Lagos State Sunday, whatever. Visit them. Visit them. The
Don't mind
prices
this.
are really high.
Don't
They are
mind them. They're
high
not organized. They're not organized though.
compared to other
We went to we
areas.
went to we went to one. We went to one last Sunday. Only to get there, we saw an empty space. What happened? They said no because it's Easter. They sold it. They did it on a Friday before. How will people know? How will people know? So I said, so next Sunday they come. They say yes. What if the Ramadan falls on another date like that, and then
Oh yeah.
they will also shift it again without anybody
Uh-huh.
knowing. I don't think those ones are. Anyway, we'll try this Sunday again. Anyway, that 2,000 plantain is not by force. There's another six that is slimmer and darker. Is also 1,000. So it's your choice. If you want the fat one, go for the fat one.
Slimmer and darker.
For,
It grows
for
in my
any
backyard.
amount,
It
any
grows in my
amount,
backyard, so I will
it
never buy
grows.
it.
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry. We'll start seeing my car in your area. What are friends for? If not to share plantain.
Oh, fudge.
Okay, the last one is from Marcel Okeke. He also sent his own response. He said, I have not experienced prices of PMS dropping. I bought on Saturday, March 30, on Ado Road. Trust Marcel, he gave us all the details. On Ado Road, Aja Lekki, where when I went for Easter Let's Go fishing of the
mm,
RCCG. Even the
mm.
strengthening of the Naira is something we have to wait until it gets sustained and sustainable. It is too early to celebrate unless it's all propaganda. Hmm. Okay.
Interesting.
Gentlemen, we have 10 minutes to wrap up on our point blank. I want to have a special dedication for a great man today. Mr. T, I've given you forewarning. Don't tell me that you are not prepared. We are
Fudge,
celebrating
Fudge,
an
Fudge,
icon, an icon today.
Fudge. Your machines were not working well. Okay. No, honestly, okay, fine. Let's do,
The
we all
technology,
do it together because that man is such a great man. Everybody
Mr.
must have
T,
something to say about him.
Mr. T,
Fantastic philosopher.
there's something they call residual knowledge. You don't have to even open book before you turn out. And Alex is
Yeah,
there to
sure.
support.
He
Okay.
will be.
So
He's always. I rely on Alex tonight today.
okay, so Mr. T, what about you? What about you? Have prices of food come down in your area?
Ah, Fudge. Okay, I would not say you are actually repeating this question. I've answered it.
No, you
No,
haven't. To
my
answer.
wife, for example, my wife told me the other day, we buy cloves, okay? And we've been using cloves for for a while. And then she told me that the clothes we now buy are just a pinch. And that small pinch, these guys roll in small cellophane bags, tiny cellophane bags, smaller
Yes,
than the quantity we used to buy. And they are
yes.
selling it at about 70% more than what we used to buy in large quantity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I
And you
realized that what people have done is they have dealt with foodstuff or commodities that are in high demand.
hmm,
When you
hmm.
have people rushing for a particular commodity for a while, they just sit back and say, oh, okay, this is what we have to do. Have you gone into a supermarket before? We did once, and we were about to buy this product. The product had a price tag on it. And somebody came in and said, told the service girls, don't sell, call your madam. And we wondered, this thing has a price. Why call madam? The idea
Hmm.
was to find out from madam where madam lives or something. How much is that thing going for now? That's what they will now sell to you.
Hmm. Maybe she's in the market. They don't say how
She's
much is it going for
exactly
now.
part. So most of the time it's a Nigerian problem. The
The way we
prices will not come down. They can't come down. Ask yourself, in those days, I won't call the products name, a toothpaste that we used to buy to take to schools in the dormitories. Ask yourself, those prices, have they come down? We still buy those things till today for our children. We also buy them. Whatever goes up in Nigeria will come down. It's difficult. Whether the naira gets better, whether the dollar gets crashier, look, it's just I cannot understand this one anymore. For me, it's okay. We're even talking. Did we used to pay this much for electricity?
yeah, yeah. We
Let's
never.
start from there.
Everything is
It
up.
is
Everything
a
is up.
gradual rise and it's not coming down. It's even going higher than our pockets, higher than the
You know,
salary.
you know, I got a call from DSTV. They said, oh God, that this why can't I move to one platform? I think premium or something like that. Why can't I do
Uh-huh,
so and so? Because I'm so and so so so. And I said, how
uh-huh.
much is it? Is it the 20? Well, almost 30,000. I said when I bought the whole decoder, the whole and the what's it called that dish. When I bought everything, it wasn't up to 30,000 naira. Now for subscription of 1 month, for subscription of 1 month, I would have paid that. I said you're not a serious person, though. What kind of marketer are you? In this age, you have to pay. Everything has gone up. Everything.
Everything,
What they call
everything,
small man, like a small
everything.
person, whatever, has shut up. Everything is just how we deal with ourselves, especially those who deal in commerce, merchandising, and
Mm-hmm.
the trading and all that. If you don't, I mean, some of them can't go to heaven, no. There's no way they can enter heaven. No, because God will ask you how you dealt with this person,
So,
dealt with that person.
how
Is it
did you
good?
do it?
You know, So I think when we get more information, maybe next week, let's talk about all these skyrocketing things, especially electricity and fuel. Maybe by the time we come next week, um, the effect of Dangote's inroad into our diesel stream and all that will start
Mhm.
impacting on business. Because I expect that when we get fully loaded with these petroleum products, that things
Mhm.
should come down. For this time, government have to make it a duty. Things must come down. I mean, transport must come down. Prices must come because they always claim, well, diesel has gone up, fuel has gone up. So if they are coming down next week, week after, next month, they also have to come down. Oh. They
Mhm.
also, even including area boys, those who all these Oluomo people, they all have to come down. Everybody must scale down. Yes, government has to set up a structure that must commit them to that. We don't
Yeah.
have to go on strike. We don't have to go on strike. We don't have to start
Mhm.
fighting and
Mhm.
petroling and abusing people on air and all that before they do the right thing. We can't live like this because the salaries are not increasing. The revenues are not shooting up. I mean,
Mm.
sporadically, you just move electricity by 250%. Have you moved my salary by 250%? Have I been able to sell anything that can gain profit by 250%? No, no. We have to be careful. We will run ourselves mental one day, you know.
Mm.
Well, on that note, gentlemen, if you don't have anything to add, because the more we talk about this, the angrier you get at what is going on.
Yeah.
Because we are seemingly helpless. You know, those these people don't we use the same market? Don't they buy the same product? Is it because their own salaries and emoluments are skyrocketing? They don't feel it.
Mm.
Because if you get 200 billion to do a contingency, I mean constituency plan, you won't know that there's a problem in the constituency. You may not know. You won't know I mean, you don't know cloves. Which are concerning with cloves. When he goes and do his checkup in Germany, abroad. He doesn't know what is clove in here. Or that you haven't heard.
Mhm.
They don't know. You know, someone say a full belly does not know it does not understand or appreciate the meaning of hunger. You know, so we anyway we continue to pray for Nigeria and continue to demand and ask for good governance, good welfare, and affordable. This should be affordable.
And
Let's
you
take a
see,
quick break.
when decisions are being taken, they
Hmm.
need
Mm.
to be debated, they need to be presented. You don't just
Yeah,
wake up one day and say, we're doing this and there's no going back.
you can't say
Ah,
that. You can't say no going back. Who are
it's
you?
not right. It is not
Why?
right.
You don't own the country. You can't say that you can't put as if it's cast on stone. Nothing can change this. God can remove you after making that pronouncement.
And our
Anyway,
constitution says, we the people. Who are the people?
yeah,
Uh,
uh,
our
our manage,
constitution,
our manage,
someone
our
did an
manager,
analysis.
our manageable constitution is still talking about we the people.
Our
We
constitution
the
was
people.
written by one person.
We
You
the
know,
The
people.
one, the other
and
one,
approved by a dozen people, and that's all.
And approved by.
the
So
American
forget.
Constitution, the one we copy, was written by 55 people.
Yeah,
55 people.
Absolutely.
35,
Absolutely.
35 of them were lawyers.
Your
35 of that
lawyers.
55 were
Yes.
lawyers. I mean, look at the
It
difference.
is when you start going back to history that you'll be increasing our frustration and headache. Don't
It
worry,
would
we'll get it
be
right.
true.
We'll get
Ah,
it right. We'll get it
Father
right.
Lord.
Shebi, they've started doing consultative meetings about improving instead of looking for a way to scrap the constitution and start afresh. They've been looking for how to amend it. A house is leaking. Eh? Remove the roof. You say no, you want to patch it. You have one super glue now. It's going to patch it. You are wasting your time. It will still leak. It will
They
still
will do
leak
it
sooner or later.
like they did the petroleum bill. We didn't
Yeah,
recognize it after it
that
came
took
out
like
as a lot.
that took like 20 years or so. You know,
Yes, yes,
and
ages.
by the time it came out, it didn't look like how it started at all.
Do you
Gentlemen,
know how many generations will have passed out of school by then?
you know.
When it came out?
Okay, let's take a
Yeah.
short break. Come back
Okay.
and celebrate this icon. Now, Fireboy DML says Obasima. Oh,
Sorry, gentlemen, who
Alex,
is
we
the
are doing
icon?
a music dedication for Ebenezer Obey
Oh
for
dear.
to mark his 82nd birthday on Wednesday.
Ah, that is
So we play
huge.
some music, his music, and talk about his life, whatever you remember about him. Mr. T has dropped off. What happened again? You're back. Yeah.
Huh?
You're back.
Okay, fine.
Okay. I'm going on.
Mhm.
This is the segment we call The Great. It's called The Great. All of last month, March, 5 editions, we had what we call Let's Rewind. We rewound into 87, 88, 89, 90, and 91. This month, we have what you call The Great. It's our way of reminding you about the great contributions of our musical legends, dead or alive. Every other month, we'll play some of the finest available works of one of our greats. Today is the turn of the iconic Toastmaster, a truly legendary, properly so called gentleman, magnificent human being. I've spoken to him a number of times. He was here on the show last year when we marked his 81st birthday on Wednesday, the 3rd of April. He turned 82. Of course, we are talking about Chief Commander Ebenezer. Obey.
It's a food. I wish you could hear
We're
this.
playing Bebe now.
Baby, you.
Bebe mi
Praise God.
tuntun.
Yeah.
Ìbànújẹ́ ọkàn mi sàn má jẹ́ pòfo. Some people they're laughing at my
Fudge,
singing skills.
let's hear the original. Fudge, yeah, go original. Yeah.
Well done, sir. Well done, sir.
Oh, Obey Baba was in a world of his own.
Yeah. Man of
Too
many
much.
parts. Musician, evangelist, philosopher, father,
Philosopher.
Inspirer. The man has survived so many things in
Ah,
life. He's a great inspiration to our
Wow,
generation.
that is the mellifluous,
he is.
lovely, caressing vocals of Ebenezer Remilekun Aremu Olashupo Fabi. Baba, if you are listening out there, we celebrate you. You are fantastic individual, wonderful father, great apostle of his faith, a massive composer, a great grandfather actually, one whose tentacles have spread all over the world, singing wonderful tunes, teaching great morals, lessons that can't be taught in schools. Today, also, right in my column called Counterpoint in this day newspaper, I also dedicated the entire column to him. I'll read some of the excerpts as I go on. I'm sure Mr. T will love to contribute, and Alex too. You must have spoken to him twice.
Yeah, when I was still in active journalism, I had the opportunity to interview him, I think twice or so.
Mine.
This is much older. But nevertheless, always caressing. It's called Olomi Botemi. Ayé tó mọ yá yìí ló ń ṣe kẹ́ọ̀kọ́ rẹ̀. Ayé tó mọ yá yìí ló ń ṣe kẹ́ọ̀kọ́ rẹ̀. Olùgbẹ́gbọ̀n mi tọ̀ ọkọ̀ máa máa ṣe é gbà. Hey, I'm singing for my wife too. Ọmọ tó ń bọ̀ ìlú mọ̀ pé ọkọ̀ òní ló wà mọ̀ kẹ́ọ̀kọ́ o. Onítẹ̀mí jọ̀wọ́ pé mo fẹ́ hey oh God save them. I don't have great voice. Ha! Hello, Mr. T, you are still there.
Yeah, I'm here.
Unfortunately, I could not play it because of copyright issues and all that. Yeah.
Yes, I get you now. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You can play it in your mind.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely. And I play flashbacks as well to those days. Yeah. Big time. Baba Ube was in the world of his own, and he's still in a world of his own. Nothing compares to his style. It's unique. One of the few people who taught us how to put sense into lyrics without sitting in a classroom with him. You would listen back to his lines there's no way it will touch you. Whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Muslim, whether you practice Hindu, everything was under the philosophy of the nature of world. So he had a line for everything. He had a line for everybody. And it's so rather unassuming smile. I always
Yeah,
look back at it. Very
yeah.
unassuming. It's like everything is so easy. Why they say Mayele? You
Wow,
know, those kind of
wow,
expressions.
yes, yes, yes.
Mm.
Everything is milky, jollo, no
Look at
hassle,
the,
no
yes, look at the
stress.
melody. And he was blessed with so many other musicians who worked with him. I don't know how. I would have loved to ask him questions about how he managed the band. You know,
Hmm.
I can't. I don't know. I really don't. Never heard of him breaking up or band members breaking up with him, and that's true. I can't recall that
You
one
know,
band
you know, one of the things you
walked up.
know, one of the things you
Yeah.
appreciate is the fact that I know Tunji Odumbaku, for instance. Tunji Odumbaku
Oh
has
yes.
worked with him since I was a reporter. We're talking about
True.
80 something, 1980 something. He's been with him and
Mm-hmm.
he's still with him.
He's
He
still
has
with
become a
him.
grandfather.
He's
This is a
still with
beautiful one.
Baba.
I love the great one. He called Otami Dehin. Oh,
Oh, this was good. This was really good. I reflect the Babbage show days at NTA when he will feature with his band then,
yeah, yeah.
and I think it was coordinated by late Prince Kenny Adeosun.
Okay.
Yeah, Abube would go, and it was the era of the laces where you had people wearing lace materials. All the
Yes,
band members and he himself will appear in list, you know.
yes, yes.
And there was one graphic release they had in those days. It was a period when the armed robbers were doing their stuff in Lagos then,
Yeah.
where
Remember
we
following
had Follow Show. Thank
that
you,
was
God.
killed.
Babatunde
Oyenusi,
Follow Show, Oyenusi.
Mikey Joe, you know. So
And
that,
he had a song for that period.
yeah, yeah.
And
Teaching.
I remember we had a teacher in class who would come and sing that song in class before we started school days. And he says, you know that song? You heard that song? Do you want to be armed robbers in future? We said, no, okay, fine. So, you know, and that's what music should do. And
Yeah.
Baba used music to document history in a rather nice way. Yeah, rather nice, unforgettable way. That's what we are remembering now. How many years after?
Yeah.
How many years after? You know. Um,
Okay, let me read some of the excerpts, some excerpts from what I wrote in honor of him. I said it took his parents a few years to notice traces of musical robustness in him after his birth
mhm.
in 1942. Ebenezer Olashukwu, however, had to wait 16 years to start what has turned out to be a most illustrious career. He toiled with the rave of the moment Lagos bands of Ade Ade, Akibo
Hmm.
Savage, and Fatai Rolling Dollars between 1958 and 1963. After leaving Rolling Dollars and founding his own International Brothers Band, Obe released a delightful debut, Ewa Wowojuri. Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now, from a repertoire or in excess of 200 original compositions, Nigerians of the 20th and 21st centuries have been titillated by the sonorous philosophy and lingering didacticism, don't mind my grammar, of this Dogo, Ogun State born maestro. A classical checklist, let's have a list. Board members, Kete
Hmm.
Kete, happy birthday to you. Àwọn ìka ènìyàn, láìṣẹ̀ láìrò, ìwọ
Hmm.
ẹni tó ń ṣe abanijẹ́ ènìyàn, ènìyàn lásán, orí mi kò ní burú, ọ̀tá mi dẹ̀yìn lẹ́yìn mi. That's what we're listening to. Hey, ẹ̀dá tó mọ̀ ṣe òkùnkùn. I've been reading the
Wow.
link. Olómi,
Wow.
Olómi gbọ́ tèmi, we listened to that earlier. Any rí nǹkan he, that's a teaching process on his own. Then
Mm-hmm.
get we played that this morning. Yeah, àjòkò dàbí ilé, Elédùmarè sọ̀rọ̀ mi dayọ̀, ìbà
Mm.
f'Olúwa,
Mm.
ah, àìmásìkò ló ń dààmú ẹ̀dá. That's a beautiful word. Àìmásìkò. We'll play that one shortly. Um, Bàbá ló rán mi wá, and so on. And
Mm.
ayé tótó mójúbà, mójúbà ọmọ aráyé. Yeah.
Baba is a philosopher. To date, the lines are just too perfect.
Classic,
I don't
classic,
know. Perfect
classic.
lines, telling you about life, telling you about his own experiences too. You know.
I'm backstage. Okay. All right.
Uh-huh. And at 82, Faj, Alex, Baba still rides high. You know, still
Yeah.
himself.
Still waxing strong.
It is.
It's grace. It's grace. It's grace. I also, without mincing words, say he walked his talk in life. He walked his talk. Yeah, you won't find him where he shouldn't be.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
You
He
wouldn't find
tried
him
to
where he shouldn't
he
be.
tried to walk the straight line. Let me
Mm.
let me let me read what he said last year about women and what his mother told him. The only time what the mother did not tell him. What is playing now is called I Masico. I think this has been is it funkified or they did some digital work on it. It's really
He's been
fast
leveled
paced.
up to the Gen Z understanding. Mm.
I Masico Londa Mueda.
Uh,
Whoa.
an understanding of the seasons. Like, I
Okay, he
don't
said, he
understand.
said last year, he said, I asked my mother, why is it that you don't want me to be a musician? She said, musicians, they smoke hemp, they smoke cigarettes, they are drunkards. I don't want my son to be a drunkard or a
Hmm.
smoker. So I told my mother, if that is all you want, I promise you, I will go to music, I will not smoke, I will not drink,
Hmm.
I will not
Hmm.
do all those things that you are scared of. And my mother
Hmm.
prayed for me. But one thing my
Wow.
mother didn't tell me, she didn't tell me about the temptations of ladies.
The temptations that come with them.
She said she didn't tell me that. So when I entered music, everything was going on fine for me. I kept my mother's promise. But when the temptations came, mm,
Oh, where's that coming from?
I don't I don't know.
Yeah.
This
Well.
this is another lovely one. It's called Shiki Shiki. Mommy. Yeah.
Mm.
This I dreamt a lot about money about with this song. Hey Lord, I
Mhm.
was I was rolling in money. Say shiki shiki. Oh, holiday.
Obe is a complete musician. He embodies the instrument so perfectly. They make a lot of sense, and the drums perfectly refined as well. And the melody, every piece was melodious. And I have not seen one song that sounds the same as another. I don't know if you read me. You pick a
Yes.
song sometimes and you say, "Oh, this is a typical Obey style. This is song." You use this beat so way back. I'm yet to find the same beat coming from this man. I'm yet to find. I we actually studied his music at the time, and every song was different. Just the juju
Well,
influence that was there.
thank you, Mr. T. This is time to say bye bye. Let's start with Esife as we wrap up with the iconic, legendary Ebenezer Obey. Say your byes, Esife.
Okay, goodbye to everybody. We hope to see you. We hope to hear from you next week. Keep being safe. Enjoy your coming week, and we hope that things will get better.
I forgot to ask, as a Gen Z representation, how do you see Obey? How is Obey to you? Do you listen to his music at all?
Yes, I do listen to music back then, early days, like early
Ah, you to your early
2000.
days.
Wow.
Oh, oh,
Yes,
oh, great. It's different to us early days, you know.
Early days. That's
Thank you,
nice.
Esife. Hey, Alex, you need to say your byes for us.
All right, I want to wish the Chief Commander Ebenezer Obey happy birthday, and we still need him around, so I wish him even longer
Mhm.
life, and I look forward to hearing more music from him. And on that note, I want to wish our listeners a happy week ahead as we go into the holiday, and I believe things will get better on the other side.
Thank you, Alex. Mr. T.
Well, happy birthday to Chief Commander Ebenezer Obey. Yeah, just as Alex has said, wish you the very best. And may you live long in good health and sound mind. To you all out there, I
Amen.
want to say big thanks for being part of this show today. You've enjoyed it, and may the food prices drop. May
Amen.
you have more light supplies. May
Amen.
everything you wish about food come down, and you live well. We'll be happy next week.
Amen.
Take care.
Amen.
Take
It's
care.
true. When we are crying, we should be singing. As we are
Yes, sir.
celebrating, we should be praying. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Albert, thank you. And Mr. T, Alex, Isife, thank you, everyone. And out there, have a wonderful weekend. See you next
Right
week.
now.
Bye bye.
Oh, my. Okay. Okay, guys. I'll see you later. Oh,